is that? What is the financial incentive? Because there's all these rumors that you would hear about what a hospital gets paid per COVID death, and that the government gives them money, and that they're incentivized to make something, mark it down. It's not rumors.
It's not rumors.
What
Now, I don't have the specific numbers at the top of my head. I'm not a hospitalist. I'm not a hospital administrator. But the numbers are quite large. There's something like a $3,000 basically death benefit to a hospital if it can be claimed to be COVID. There's a financial incentive to call somebody COVID positive. The CDC made a determination in year one. This is why all of our baseline data is junk.
What is the financial incentive to say that they're COVID positive? That's why the PCR cycles are ramped up so high?
Again, you're asking causation.
Right.
I can tell you that the hospitals receive a bonus from the government. I think it's like $3,000 if someone is hospitalized and able to be declared COVID positive. They also receive a bonus. I think the total is something like $30,000 in incentive if somebody gets put on the vent. Then they get a bonus if somebody is declared dead with COVID. Okay? So they have an incentive at the front end to declare somebody a COVID case. The CDC made a determination that they were going to make a core assumption: if PCR positive and you die, that is death due to COVID. And so the extreme example, just to show the absurdity, if the patient comes in with a bullet hole to the head and they do a nose swab and they come up PCR positive, they're determined to have died from COVID when in fact they died from lead poisoning.
That's real?
Yeah.
So they've really done that with gunshot victims, car
I don't know about,
victims.
yeah, for sure, trauma and other things.
I've seen that said, but I've always thought that's ridiculous. There's no way a hospital would do that.
It's not a question of what the hospital would do. It's a question of med codes.
So the code is set that if you swab that person and you're supposed to swab them.
And you get a positive signal. And
Are you obligated to swab them no matter who they are if they come in with an injury?
I believe it's the common practice. I don't know whether there would be an obligation. That would be a hospital-by-hospital policy statement.
So that it really is true that if someone has a gunshot wound and they're dying of that gunshot wound and you check them for COVID, and if they're COVID positive and they die, they mark that off as a COVID death.
That is by definition from the CDC. That was a decision that was made early on.
That seems insane.
That's why so many of us are so much up in arms, and really pretty aggravated about what's going on.